Stangibelisco here. I just watched a video about a shopping mall in Ohio that had over the years gradually deteriorated, lost um, retailers until now it sits empty, without power, a ghost of a mall, a relic of the 1970s sitting there haunting us today, 30, 40 years later. And the point of the video seemed to be that things that were popular back in the 1970s, some things, have gone downhill and deteriorated to the point of not existing anymore. Malls, in particular, one phenomenon in the 1970s, you remember probably if you live in a town of any size, a major mall in your town. But the video gave the idea that that is the general situation throughout the entire country. And that is far from the truth. So I looked up the name of the mall in my old hometown of Rochester, Minnesota. The name of the mall is Apache Mall. And I wonder whatever became of Apache Mall. Is it sitting idle, vacant, a ghost of its former self, or what? So I looked it up, half expecting to find articles about the demise of Apache Mall, possibly an article in the hometown newspaper, the Post Bulletin, about the demise of Apache Mall. But instead, I found that the mall is not only still in existence, but it's actually thriving. It's actually expanding. It's more popular than ever, and in this holiday season is doing very well. There are different stores there now than there were when I was a kid in the 1960s, and a post-college student or a college student and post-college student in the 1970s. Some of the stores, of course, no longer exist at all, and so they can't possibly exist in Apache Mall. But others of them are still there and doing well. The place seems to be as popular as any place. We know, of course, about the Mall of America in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis, St. Paul, specifically Bloomington, where Metropolitan Stadium, which used to be the home of the Minnesota Twins, once stood. The Mall of America, one of the biggest, most famous malls in the world. Is Minnesota a relic? Is Minnesota behind the times? Some would say so, maybe, but they don't know what they're thinking. They don't know what they're talking about. Is Rochester, Minnesota some sort of an antiquated backwoods relic of the Midwest? Well, the Mayo Medical Center is located there, and I don't think too many people would call that place a backwoods relic by any stretch, especially those people who have been cured of diseases that couldn't be cured anywhere else. Who hasn't heard of the Mayo Clinic? Well, don't answer that. I'm not going to leave comments open anyway. I'm just making a statement. What is a statement? Beats the Sam Hill out of me. I don't know what I'm talking about, do I? Stan Gibilisco is signing off. Until I can get my brain together, so long.